This is episode 106 of Noodle Time. Welcome back. Here with me is the mileage tracker, OSG. How's it going, sir?
What up, man? What up, man? Chilling. And I'm excited. Besides going Friday to the game here in Houston against Toluca, it's also the Community Shield was this weekend, City versus United, which also means Premier League starts next week. So, boom, you have reason to get up early on a Saturday or Sunday morning now because that means all the rest of Europe is starting as well. So I'm excited. Get my City ons, men's and women's as well. So just chilling, man. Watching a little bit of Olympics. What's going on with you?
Man, over here it's been crazy. I've been having family over for like the past few weeks, and with all the Olympics going on, and of course Leagues Cup and Summer Cup just happened. It's been kind of like been all over the place, and yeah, it kind of sucks. The Olympics end today. We're recording on Sunday morning, and I just finished watching the basketball final, the women's basketball final, and it was crazy. And of course, both soccer finals that happened this week too. Like it's been a lot of sports. Obviously, coming off the Copa America, the Euros, just the sheer amount of sports for me is just insane. No, but yeah, a lot to talk about today, especially that Leagues Cup game for sure.
With the Olympics, man, it's just there's so many Americans in the finals of a lot of these sports. So you're watching a lot, like you said, the final for women's, the final for men in basketball, both against France. Both were pretty damn good games. You had all the track and field. I've been watching the track and field a lot, and some of that's just one of those was a joke. The 4x100 relay, that was a joke, and then for the men, American men, but then the women just. Jesus Christ, they killed it and blew the field away in their race. So, man, it's been fun. Then, like you said, soccer, gold medal match, Brazil versus USA. Tarciane from the dash, obviously, getting the start. Jane Campbell, alternate, still having to watch from the sidelines, but getting to enjoy the game, enjoy Paris. What a game, man. What a game. Tarcy was pretty good. She has some moments where she made some mistakes, but you're playing against America, the greatest team on the planet for the women, and Brazil is not no joke. They look like the better team in this game. They had a little bit of a better attack, but you know what? Hallery Swanson, Trinity Rodman, Sophie Smith. There's just too much attack there, and Swanson was able to do it. And Smith, smart to pull off on that play because she was off. And if she didn't pull off and leave it for Swanson wouldn't have been able to score that goal, and it would have been offsides. And then who knows what would have happened in this game because there would have been extra time. But what a freaking crazy game! Tarcy, she did a good job. She one defensive super play she made that she just got back and tracked back enough to force Swanson to just not take the shot she probably wanted to. The keeper made the save, but it was her just tracking back. And I was like, dang, these girls have speed, but, Tarcy with her long legs is able to stride back. She may not be as fast, but what a game. It was fun, and it was a damn good game to watch, too, going both ways, even if you're a neutral. But USA wins. Tarcy looks good. She goes home with the silver. Campbell, just enjoys the experience since she doesn't get a friggin' medal, even being an alternate and being there, which sucks. So, but hey, great game, man, and Tarcy doing a good job.
Shout out to Tarciane for pretty much just playing all the games for Brazil, representing the dash, and earning that silver medal. Of course, playing against the US is always going to be difficult, and it just seems like just after this final and the past few games under Emma Hayes, the new head coach, she just unlocked them, and they've been playing on like anything I've seen from them in like a couple of years now, like under different coaches. So it's been great for them. So shout out to them, and of course, hopefully Jane Campbell gets more playing time.
She will in due time. In due time, she's there. She's number 3, so in due time. So she's just got to keep working at it. And Jane, she's here for the next 4 years in Houston. She ain't going nowhere. If you know her or follow her, you know her workout regimen. She's a beast, and she's going to kill it, and she's going to get her opportunity. And I hope it's sooner than later. I don't know what the situation is for Nair and whoever the backup was. I forget her name just because, whatever. But Hey, and also Alozie getting home from France at the airport with a welcoming committee, and I'm sure it was a lot of family, or I'm not sure who it was, but that I'm sure that was neat. I don't know if that was expected for her, but to experience that, and that was neat for her. And so, yeah, congratulations to the three dash players that made it to the Olympics. Two of them got to play, one just got to experience, and then Andressa went across to witness the final as well. Rudo Brazil, so I'm sure there was maybe somebody else was there, but that's who we know of, just rooting on their teammates and their country. Olympics is fun, man. Olympics is fun. Too bad it ends today.
Yeah, but yeah,
I'm not going to
I'm
do no
definitely gonna
breakdancing.
miss. Yeah, I'm definitely going to miss the days where there's like 10 different things going on at the same time, and you can just go to Peacock and just watch whatever you want.
Yeah,
I'm gonna miss that.
yeah. Yeah, well, they have like what Red Zone is called Gold Tracker. It's like anytime there was like
Gold
a
Zone,
gold
yeah.
medal final. Yeah, yeah, bro. It's like it was cool. So like you got to see all the finals, even if it wasn't American in it. And there were some testy finals, man. Some good ones. It's crazy. It was just fun watching these. So too bad it ends. But back to
Yeah,
soccer life, huh?
yeah, we'll miss that. But yeah, enough
Mm-hmm.
Olympic talk. We gotta talk about Dynamo because we're out of League Cup, unfortunately. We went to two late against Toluca and lost in the penalty shootout, and we got a lot to talk about because this game in particular, it if you wanted to put it in a nutshell, for me, it just came down to one of the things that have been haunting us all year long, and it's been just wasted opportunities and not being able to secure results. And this game in particular, for me, it told the story pretty much of what we've seen throughout the season.
Coming into this game, even the players said that we're underdogs. We're underdogs. So Toluca has going to be, I guess, supposedly a better team. Who knows? It's different league versus different league, and I anticipated a very good game. We got a very good game. Um, we anticipated a Toluca attack that was going to be a little bit relentless and out of the ordinary, and it was great to see the Dynamo was able to still play their game and still control the game for the most part, especially in the first half, to where Toluca's attack wasn't so dangerous, and Dynamo were able to counter and push enough into their attack and maintain some possession to get Toluca off their game. So it was nice to see. Very good first half. Obviously, first half ended in a draw, but it was still exciting. There was opportunities for Dynamo there that had a couple good chances. And then, but of course, Toluca gets the first friggin' goal. It's like, God, this is crazy. How? All right, whatever. We
Yeah,
got a fight
but
going
yeah,
on.
for me, I was thinking the same. We were somewhat of an underdog here because I was able to listen to Herman's Dinamico that he set up with one of the content creators from Toluca. His name was Adolfo Mercado from Enrico del Diablo. So shout out to Herman and Adolfo for recording that. So if you're interested in listening in Spanish, give it a shot. But yeah, I was listening and I also looked at the stats and how they've been doing so far in Liga MX, which they just started the season. And they're unbeaten. They're one of the best teams in Liga MX,
Two and
still
two,
contesting
two
for
two and zero,
first place. Um,
2-2 and
and
0.
yeah, they were gonna come in. Yeah, just based on what Adolfo said, like their attack, they were 100% willing to stretch you out no matter what. And this game in particular, it just looked like they were all over the place and just giving Houston a headache. And yeah, I was just under the impression that for us it's going to be tough to defend either way.
Yeah, but the team did very well at doing that and defending well, and they didn't give up nothing in the middle. Paulinho, who's the Toluca striker, was the one who's been dangerous so far this season the most. He's 3 goals and 1 assist in those 4 games for Toluca to start their season. So I was watching him kind of when we were defending, just to see what he was doing, what kind of runs he was making, and he was just kind of standing there looking for balls to be crossed into the box. And every time a ball was crossing the box, he was very friggin' near and dangerous. So he's kind of like a Sebas, just sit in the box and wait for a cross. But this team can cross, so he gets opportunities. But it was good for Dynamo. Defended well and played well, stayed together well, and the press worked out as well too, where they were able to intercept a lot of Toluca's possession and turn that back into our attack. So the boys played well. The game plan was done well. Uh, and Ponce, what that goal, his first goal. Well, the first goal make it 1-1 before halftime, 5 minutes before halftime. To Eric played it to Bossy through the air, a little lob to Bossy, and then Bossy, he just kind of a little control, and then he plays it a little lob to Ponce, and then Ponce, with just his Argentine skill, takes a couple touches, gets it around the defender, puts it in the position where he can just slam it, and then it's upper corner, and there's nothing the keeper could do. It probably was past him before he was able to react. Just a nice goal, brilliant, beautiful goal, and exciting, man. And it looked like he was offsides at the moment, especially being in the press box. You'll know that was right in line with us. We looked at each other first before we kind of like, are we celebrating or what?
Yeah.
Ponce's goal, man. I know that was just a thing of brilliance that you probably had to see, and your eyes probably had to glisten, man.
No, I love that sequence also because it happened 2 minutes after Toluca scored the first goal,
Yeah,
yeah, man, I'm definitely happy for Ponce's first goal. That wasn't an own goal, and with all the stuff that happened against RSL and all that, but yeah, I'm happy that he finally got his first goal. He definitely needed that, and yeah, a lot of credit goes to Bossy for just setting up that play.
yeah, dude, it was look nice, and his creativity, he does make some good passing, and then like you said, to go back to Toluca's goal, they did deserve their goal. It was unlucky because the shot was off target, but it deflects off of Dorsey and hits the post and goes in, and Clark can't do nothing about it. So it's just unlucky. But there was a lot of space there that Toluca was being creative in prior to that goal, and it just looked dangerous. And they ended up getting the goal, and they kind of deserve it. They didn't deserve it in that way. A little deflection off of Dorsey to go in the goal, man. But yeah, like you said, Ponce, Dynamo answered right back with a little thing of brilliance, and then go to halftime 1-1. Everybody's happy. Everybody's looking at each other. We're like, all right, cool. Stats are kind of mixed. We have a little more possession, a couple more shots, but as you know, there's always a tale of two different halves, and there's a lot of action in the second half.
A lot, and also a lot of controversy too. But yeah, we have to get to the second goal because it was a good old, finally a set piece goal that it's rare for us at least. But Mikhail hits a goal in from a set piece, and this is going to be a 60-second minute, and it was wonderful. So especially getting the lead against Toluca, like somewhat in the middle of the second half, it's always good. So that was nice.
Since the theme of this episode is going to probably be controversy, which we're going to talk about in the end
Yeah.
on every single goal, that one looked offside as it happened. Obviously, with Escobar looked like he was cherry picking on the post and didn't push back whenever the ball was played in off that corner. So it was cleared back and then headed back into Escobar, who was onside and clearly onside when the ball was played. Just when he received it, he obviously looked like he was offside, but he was in an offside position when the ball played to him. And then just the brilliance, he saw Mikel in the middle right there, just to play a nice little pass, and Mikel's long legs stretch out, put it in the friggin' net, and Mikel scores and goes straight to Escobar to celebrate. And it was yeah, like you said, another great sequence, a set piece goal, which we've been lacking in MLS play. So I'm gonna call it a set piece goal. It has to be a set piece goal, even though it took two plays, but whatever. It came off the corner. Okay, let's just call it that. So a brilliant play, man, and it was just smart by Escobar. Escobar had a great game as well. He maintained his composure the whole game. Since we're talking about him, maintained his composure the whole game and didn't do nothing stupid. But he deserved that assist right there. Sweet.
So yeah, and now we have to get angry because we got a couple goals called back that we scored, and the first one that was a big one was the second goal that was going to be scored by Ponce
Yeah.
off a cross from Ache that was later called back for an offside call, and in the broadcast they didn't show what the call was specifically, but just based on what the referee called on the field, that was an offside. I assumed it was just Ache was out of place, but I want to hear what you want to say,
Well,
OSG.
no, they did show it in the broadcast. It was just like 10 minutes
Oh,
later
okay.
when they showed the VAR. But he was offside. He was clearly offside, and he was not backtracking. So this was another situation. Corner ball gets played in, it gets cleared out, and the defense moves up. Ache did not move up. Bossy didn't even move at all. He was still standing in front of the keeper. He had to take a step back just to get on side when Ache was putting the cross in the box. But Ache was offside. Ball comes to Ache. He does his little magic, puts the ball into Ponce. Ponce scores. Go back and review it. Yes, he was friggin' offside. So no controversy. There's no VAR did its job. Found the offside that I don't even know if the AR racist flagged this, if they caught it or not at the time. I'm pretty sure he did because it looked pretty obvious. So whatever, they did it. It was right. Goal disallowed, and it sucks because it was a pretty sequence and a pretty goal.
Yeah, and the second goal that got called back, it was even prettier, and it was definitely offside. It was the one that Bassi scored because he was able to get off the line, but it looked like he was just like a step
Yeah.
forward, like from the back line, and he was able to chip the keeper, but like from long range. But unfortunately, he was offside. So that was gonna be pretty, but that was definitely offside too.
Again, another pretty sequence, and it starts with Seba, who was stuck on the sideline and worked his way out of which before we even talk about Seba came substituted in with 30 minutes to go in the game and looked excellent in this game, and his speed and the way he was dribbling and attacking the defense. But he dribbled out of three guys and then used his speed to get into space and found Bossy. And like you said, it was just a step too late. Bossy was probably about a yard off by the time the ball was played, and then open field. Very cheeky of Bossy and I like it, the little chip over the keeper. The keeper was not expecting that at all. I don't think anybody was expecting that at all. And boom, even the announcer was Bossy. It was funny. It was cool, but it was brilliant goal. But yeah, again, you got to take the beauty out of the game and bring it back for offside because you were offside. Unfortunate. Just missed time right there.
So yeah, we're definitely gonna win the MLS Offside Championship at this rate, but yeah, it's unfortunate.
Jesus. Yeah, no shit.
And also fortunate is the goal that we considered a 96 minute, which we were on track to advance, but unfortunately, of the set piece, we were not able to have a marker on everyone. And Toluca was able to head in the equalizer at the end, almost at the end of the game. And I was like, man, come on, now we have to go to penalty kicks.
And what's even worse is we got it on video and posted it on Twitter and on Dynamic Foxtrot on IG. And man, yeah, it was horrible. So we got to go see the replay instantly, and it was a corner flicked onto the back post, and there's a free guy running. Like you said, somebody lost their mark. Somebody lost their mark. Free header. Clark can't do nothing about this. Goal 2-2. 15 seconds left in the game or whatever was left in the game. Freaking just, oh my God, so draining and just ridiculous because you should have won this game. Should have put this game away. Could have put this game away. Yet allowed Toluca to fight back, and they were fighting back pretty hard. We started to park the bus, which means we're not going to have no more possession in our hands because we can't clear it out to nobody because there's nobody up there to win the ball and then just give it back to one of our wingers. So now we're losing. We're giving up possession and giving them another attack every time we clear the ball. And that's what happens when you park the bus. You give teams more opportunities, and because you're defending more, you hope that you can defend well. Well, shit. Set pieces are a different story. So shouldn't park the bus as much, man. We still got to keep attacking and put it back on them. And but yeah, so they deserve their goal, and then this game goes to friggin' penalties. What a joke!
Yeah, yeah. No extra time in the League's Cup. It's just straight to penalty kicks, like in the group stage if there's a draw. Um, and yeah, there are
14 shots for us.
Yeah,
8 on
yeah,
8 on target. They had 8 shots and I think 4 on target, but 8 shots on target for us this time. and then you've taken away the 2 goals that don't even make it into the stats. Like, come on, man. The opportunities are there. The offense looks a lot better than what we're used to. Ponce is putting in the work, and he's pressing, he's controlling the ball, he's making looking those passes, and then they're finally seeing, hey, I can put a ball in the box, across in the box, and I can look for Ponce. When Sebas was in there, they're not doing that as much. So, hey, there is positives to take away from it. And if you watch the Ben Olsen press conference, there definitely was a mood there. There definitely was a mood there, and he didn't want to be there and didn't want to answer questions. And it was funny because when Herman was asking the question, I took a picture of Herman, and then I turned and I took a picture of Ben, and Ben was just like this. And so I just put mood, and I didn't say anything else. I left it at that. But yeah, he was definitely frustrated and disappointed, but he saw the positives as well at the same time. So it's just frustrating because there was so much more to what the outcome came. But yeah, man,
like I said,
that's the draw. It friggin' sucks.
No, yeah, I mean, like I said earlier, the wasted opportunities that kill us, and we can go back to a few games that we just wasted opportunity to get a point or 3, and it's just disappointing. And the way that we went to the shootout here, like it's even worse because I feel like for us, when it comes to the shootout, we think kind of miss and hit, and yeah, like this shootout in particular, we gave a chance to Lawrence Sonali, obviously the 22-year-old that just came in, and he definitely earned his shot 100% just based on the last few games he played for us. But unfortunately, he was the only player that missed his shot. And the one thing I wanted to say is that you could definitely say that the shot wasn't well taken, but I wanted to say is that you could potentially see that the keeper, or at least you can make the argument that the keeper was pretty close to an encroachment call, because if you see the replay just from the line, the keeper, like, you could barely see like the keeper had his heel like on the goal line or just like a little bit over, and I could have definitely seen like if VAR was like, hey, check this out, potential encroachment, but I don't think it's clear and obvious, so you could say that it was a good save. So kind of
And like
unfortunate,
you said,
honestly.
it was poorly taken. And I get it. I mean, he's an attacker. He's taken penalties in his life, so he should know how to take a penalty. Granted, there's going to be a lot of pressure. You're taking your first penalty for this brand new team in your third game in a do or die situation. It is also incredible. But at the same time, if he makes it, it takes a lot of pressure off his back, and he's happy and this and that, but hindsight, it backfires. He misses, and he has to deal with the aftermath. But the aftermath wasn't so bad for him. He was met by several players who met him before he made it back to his team to be consoled. They supported him, they cheered him up, they showed him. Even after the game, we got to hear from Latif Blessing, and I want to play this clip for you. It's very quick, 20 seconds. So I mean, you ain't going nowhere anyways. You're listening to Noodle Time. So hey, hear what Latif Blessing has to say.
We just encouraged him. He was crying, and we told him, he came in, you play good. It happened. So just put your head back, and just we all happy for him to come in and play good and almost score. And when he scores, you're gonna be happy for him. And we told him he should put his head up, and we keep going.
So, dude, that's team, bro. That is team, man. And so people always ask about the locker room because we don't get to hear about the locker room. So obviously, the team has camaraderie together, and that's what's great. Now, if we could just hold it together and not make these little mistakes in the final moments of games to lose our 3 points, or to just to lose the game too as well, or to put us into penalties to lose and get eliminated from a cup. Things you can fix. 10 games left in the MLS season, but it was great for the team to support Anali after that penalty, man. And I'm sure he's holding his head up, or hopefully he's holding his head up. He already has friends on the team. You can see it. He's hanging out with Brooklyn Reigns when they're warming up. Neither one, obviously both were subbed on later, but I was watching them because they're warming up in front of us. He was talking to Brooklyn a lot. He's hanging out with Seba, so it looks like he's getting in with the team. So he just got to get this pressure off, man. He's young, he's 20. Granted, he is coming from Europe, but man, there's still a lot of pressure on a kid. So he'll get through it. We're behind him. We're excited for him, and we love what we see in him already too. Him and Aliyu on that side is just going to kill it. Speaking of, Quinones was at the game as well. So saw that man walking around after the game, just chilling, looking good, feels good. So, man, he's feeling good. We're feeling good. So, Aliyu, Quinones, Anali, that's on fire right there, bro. That's on fire. The options are there. But, yeah, sorry. I didn't cut you off.
No, yeah. I mean, that trio just sounds like a mess to defend if you're like a defender playing against them. And just based on what we've been hearing, Quinones' recovery has been going very good, very well. Yeah. It's kind of unfortunate because he was placed in the season-ending injury list, so he won't be able to join.
No. That's not unfortunate. Yes, he was. Yeah, I'm cutting you off this time for unfortunate. It's not unfortunate. That injury was bad. He needs the proper recovery time, and we don't need to bring him back fast. So season-ending injury was a great thing for the Dynamo to do to ensure the man cannot return and risk his body. He continues with his therapy and gets that muscle mass back that he's going to need because he's young and they got a lot of soccer left back in him, and hopefully he doesn't lose any of that talent. So sorry, not unfortunate. That's what I was saying.
No, yeah, I only said unfortunate because I'm sure he wants to get back on the field, but you're also right in the sense that he has to recover, he has to get his muscle strength back, he has to get match ready, and I'm sure until next February it's going to be fine and dandy. So I'm looking forward to it.
But and he can train. He can train on off to the side with the team if he's ready, and he has not been doing that either. So, we don't know where he's at in his recovery right now, but I know it's still pretty early, and I think he's just he's getting into the groove, and it's not like he was running around where I saw him. He was walking, so you can hide an injury sometimes, or you can hide recovery just by walking around. And he wasn't wearing a brace. That was good to see as well. But he was smiling and he was happy, and he was with the team. This was behind the scenes, obviously, not in the concourse and where the fans were.
No, yeah, just like that. I was getting back into the game because I just wanted to get my closing thoughts, and just to go back to what you said, in the sense of these little things killing us, and just seeing the team frustrated. It's obviously something that they have to work on, but you can definitely tell like it's something that they recognize and they've been trying to work around, because I particularly remember the game against Atlas. We were waiting for all the players and the coaches to get out of the locker room, and and walking right behind us to avoid the mixer zone was just like Ben Olsen and everyone else. And I get it. They are definitely frustrated because they lost against Atlas, but at the same time, come on, man, they're just facing us again. And try to give us a solution, because here, like, thankfully we have like 2 weeks off. It sucks for us because we won't be able to see them for the next 2 weeks, but for them, it's a good time to walk back and get their plan together, because we're in crunch time for MLS, and we need all those results to stay in a pretty good spot that where we're at right now.
10 games left, and like you said, this weekend the Dash and Dynamo will be off, so they'll both still be training just like normal with the extra rest. Any injuries, which Dynamo don't have any, Coco will probably be ready to return for Toronto, which is good news to hear. So we're not going to guarantee that one either, though. So, but looks like he should be. Dash have a couple people that we can maybe hopefully expect back in the next 2 weeks, plus all the international players returning from their qualifying play and Olympic play. So this break kind of works, and it's good. So just continue your training, and then both teams have 10 games left this season and finish strong. One needs to make the playoffs, one needs to hold their spot in the playoffs, and then anything can happen in the playoffs. And so DraftKings betting, futures, MLS, Dynamo plus 3,500 to win the cup. So go bet some money, man. I don't know. I'm not telling you to bet.
If you put $20, man, it's not gonna hurt. But if you win something, it's gonna be a lot. So.
Yeah, dude.
Well, yeah, it's up to you.
plus 3,500. Think about that, man. Think about that.
Yeah.
What does that mean? Woo! I might just drop $100 bill and say, "Come on, let's go, boys." and I'll see you at the cup too, because I'll make sure to travel for it.
Yeah. No, yeah. Go Dynamo, go Dash. Take your break, regroup. But in the meantime, there's gonna be plenty of Dynamo too. So we are going to cut and just get into the review now for their game tonight against St. Louis City 2. So check it out.
Yeah, we'll see you soon.
Alright, guys. So we are back from the Dynamo 2 game. Those tying the game 1-1, but winning the shootout. So 2 points tonight. There's plenty to talk about. It was starting to look like it was going to be like a game from earlier in the year where Houston were controlling the game up until the last 20 minutes of the game, where they're starting to really turn things around the bad way. And I was very concerned, but the boys held on to an extent, and they got the extra point.
Well, it's one of those, like, who's going to be in the lineup to begin with? We know a few: Silla, Rodriguez, Gonzalez, Abadasu. Which keepers are going to be? Valdez is back, so obviously he's going to be the keeper over Hansen. And then everybody else, kind of like who's it going to be today? Who's over here? Which kid is it going to be? Which teenager is it going to be? Which academy player is it going to be? So it's a rotating roster at the same time too. But these kids they're pretty talented, and Dos is playing pretty well for what they're putting out there on the field. And not to say those kids are bad, it's just it's a lot. There's a lot of disparity up there, and some players being there for a while, and some players coming in new, and the age difference too. So it's tough, but good result today. There's positives from it. There's a lot more to build off of at the same time, but I would assume Kenny Bunny's going to be pleased with the performance. You're playing the second place team in the West, and you come out with more points than they do at the end. So I'm okay with it. Positive performance. Just wish you could have got the win, but hey, whatever. Still pushing for that playoff, though.
Yep. And a few thoughts from the lineup from me, and you mentioned the first one, Xavier Valdez coming back from the Olympics, representing the Dominican Republic. And the ones that I found kind of interesting that they weren't in the lineup or on the bench, those were Steven Anor and Kieran Sargent. They were missing today for some reason, but might be because of injury or something else. And I was kind of like, man, I wish I could see them, but we still have a pretty good lineup, pretty good young core of players that have been showing out as of late in this late form into the year. And yeah, I just hope they just keep it up, especially after this result.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And like you said, there's all the young talent too as well. Oh wow. We have a right back is or playing out of position right back, a U17 Jamaican national player. You saw Bell come in late, 16-year-old. So wow, man, it's like you just we have some good talent there, and they're playing okay together. Still some time, just can't give up any losses here. So I like how they performed against St. Louis. St. Louis is probably going to go home very mad. They're coming out with only 1 point, and they're in second place. They can't have wins like this or games like this down the road going into the playoffs. That's not a good start. So I'm proud. I'm happy with the result today, and too bad they can't maintain a little more possession sometimes.
Yep. And this was the first game without Ifwa Chara, your favorite player, who got loaned out to Ventura County for the rest of the year. So he was going to be the Gabe Segal show here. And lo and behold, he scores another free kick, and he's the best Dos player out there, better than Diego Gonzalez for sure. Just joking, but Gabe does it again, which is great.
Yeah, he scores the free kicks. Diego sets
Only.
up the free kicks. Yeah, he sets them up. So it was a nice little banger, and it looks like he didn't even get the best of the ball. But he got enough of it to get enough of a rip, and it bounced right before the goal line and then into the goal. The keeper, I guess he didn't see it at first because he kind of had a slow start. But shit, hey, we'll take it. 35 yard, 30-yard banger. Gabe Siegel scores free kicks for Dose.
And that was right before halftime, because other than that, like throughout the first half, and I would say for like the first 25 minutes of the second half, Houston were all over that game. The one player that has been pretty much a headache for St. Louis was Monticello. He was just like everywhere, and he just kept getting fouled over and over again. I felt like he got like
Mm-hmm.
taken down like 20 times even. I think St. Louis ended with like 5 or 6 yellow cards. I can't remember correctly, but it felt like
Now, what
everything. Yeah.
at the end it was 8 because it was we had 3, they
Yeah.
had 7, and an assistant coach. So I think it was 12 altogether. 8 of them coming from their side, and that was like with a few minutes left before regulation ended. So yeah, woo! Referee blowing the whistle as well. It was chippy. It was a lot of contact, but it was fun. That's the way you got to play the game.
And I mentioned it earlier that Houston were just playing like well up until the 70th minute. That's when St. Louis started to get back into the game. They were able to tie the game off a pretty lucky bounce. They were able to retrieve the ball, and they just found the back of the net on the far post. And I was like, I don't want it to be, I don't want this game to be that type of game I've been seeing early in the year. And yeah, kind of started looking like that up until the final whistle blew, which I was like, I guess we didn't lose, but we lost another opportunity for 3 points, so it's whatever.
And their goal was a good goal.
Yeah.
Ball probably shouldn't have been playing around like that, but that the kid got that ball and he took his first touch and just took a shot, and it was good enough to get past Valdez into the corner for his first next pro goal. So good for that kid. Not his first professional goal, but his first next pro goal. But whatever, he tied it. So, but man, you're right though. Dose had opportunity. Silla, what he was doing in the middle of the field, and his dribbling skills, and just trying to create. Yeah, I like it, and I think he sees. If you're watching the first team because you're trying to make the first team, so you need to play like that with the first team, even though you might not have the players around you. You still got to play in that style, and he looks dangerous when he's moving around amongst those defenders and just getting the ball around, dribbling the ball around, and trying to create those opportunities, take shots too. So, hopefully, we can hold on to this kid and stick around, and we'll see if we can find a place for him on the first team next year.
No, and I hope so too. Like, it's obviously that midfield we have from the first team is kind of crowded, so I just hope he gets more playing opportunities with the first team somehow. And yeah, after regulation, of course, we move on to the penalty kick shootout, as it is in MLS Next Pro. Houston make their 4 attempts, which is great. St. Louis missed the first attempt, and Xavier Valdez stopped their last attempt. So it was good. Good thing for a change, considering that we lost the Leagues Cup that way, and I was kind of salty about it still. But those do it, and credit to them.
Yeah, like I said, penalty kicks. Jesus Christ, man, I'm not a fan of it that way. It's solving games that way. I don't know. There's just got to be a better way. I don't know. Just let's play bingo, finger flick or something. Create a 7v7 field and just go at. I don't know, man. Like there's got to be something different, but. Hey, that's for the world to decide, but penalty kicks it is, and that's just a harsh way to win or lose a game. Ask the Dynamo, but Dose deserved to win this game and ended up getting the 2 points instead of the 3. So I'll take the 2. You're not going home sad. You're going home at least like, all right, we salvaged something. So still feels like a win, when you're a player. So you got to take it. Just too bad it only counts as 2 points in the standings when you're trying to catch 8th place. So you move up a little bit, but you're still out of the playoff run right now. But 8 games to go.
Yeah, we're still in the lower half of the pack in the conference standings. Obviously, we're trying to get as many points as we can. Yeah, that next game
8
is going to
make
be a
it.
big one. It's going to be a big game coming up on the road against North Texas SC again, and it's going to be on Saturday. It's going to be the only
7:45.
game. It's going to be the only game amongst all the 3 teams. So you're required to watch. So you have no excuses.
Yep, no Dynamo, no Dash. You have
Yep.
those playing North Texas on a Saturday night at 7:45. So you should be able to watch it. You should be able to support the boys. So we'll see what you can do and see if they can. It's a rivalry game too, so we'll see what that is. It's
Yeah.
in a friggin' baseball stadium. So
In a baseball
it'll be
stadium, yeah.
yeah, it'll be ugly to watch, but just focus on the soccer ball and the orange guys.
Yeah, I hate that stadium setup. I've already seen it a couple of times this season, and it's horrible. But the boys have to do what they have to do. So, yeah,
it's crazy, man. But good for Dos winning tonight and decent play. I'm sure Bunny will get back to work, but yeah, rivalry game coming up against North Texas, so you got to get right back at it and stay prepared and go an away game where everything's out the window. So boys, be ready. I'll be looking forward to this game. I'll be watching this game, and we'll see how it goes and what happens. But maybe Honora and Sargent will be back. We'll see. Maybe we'll get a clue as to where they're at after all the press conferences tonight, and maybe we'll hear something.
yeah. And just before we end it, I don't think I did it last time, but shout out to Diego Gonzalez for being awarded the MLS Pro Player of the Month. 6 assists the entire month of July and 2 goals, I believe. But
Yeah,
absolutely insanity. Absolutely insanity.
yeah.
Now he's a first team watch. We've been telling you guys, and those are the type of players you have to keep seeing every weekend as much as possible because we got talent on this team, and hopefully we give him a shot soon.
Yeah, we just got to be loyal to him, like he's loyal to us, and just keep feeding him the good news, and then he's playing every minute for Dose, so he's obviously that one step away, but he's obviously knows too at the same time. Like it's crowded, so Grey Goose will be gone next season, so there opens up a spot. There's other roster moves that'll happen, so you never know. He'll have a spot next season, and again, like they like to do, if you're not playing for the first team, go play for Dose. So you're still getting action, and you're still staying fit. You're still staying game ready. So when the first team needs you, you can get in there and you can do your thing.
But yeah, guys, as we always say here, we do appreciate your support whenever you're listening or watching. We do appreciate you sharing our stuff throughout the week. And next couple of weeks are going to be kind of rough because we kind of don't have 2 teams playing at the same time. So we're going to be low on content for a little bit up until 2 weeks from now. But we still appreciate
right.
you. Yeah. We still
Whatever
appreciate
news
you.
that comes out, we'll let you know, and we'll give it to you. And it may be a shorter episode, is what he's saying next week. But if something comes out, letting people know, when players are returning for the Dash and all that good stuff, anything going on with the Dynamo for the next 2 weeks, yeah. But we'll still give you the news. So it may be slow as far as gains, but we're still working.
Yeah, man. Of course, in the meantime, just make sure you subscribe to your favorite podcast platform. We're pretty much going to be there. Also on YouTube and Ghost TV. You can catch our content there. Mm-hmm. And on Ghost TV, just like our Ko-fi.com blog, you're going to be seeing all of our videos there, all of our articles that we post as well. So check those out in the meantime. So, but yeah, a pretty slow couple of weeks coming up. But of course, got to support the boys, Dynamo 2. And yeah, just keep rooting for our teams. It's we'll see if this week is pretty busy, but yeah, guys. Come on, you have to say something there, but I'll close it, I guess.
For
Yeah, I was waiting for you to say
I
something. I was waiting for you to say something snarky, man. But
no, it was just good to go tonight. So it's
yeah,
all right. So yeah, you just thinking about just like the Dose game on Saturday night, and we got the double header on the following weekend ahead. So yeah, just thinking about what we're gonna be bringing to the people this next couple of weeks, and just keeping them entertained and intrigued. So definitely gonna be in the Discord. With a keeping entertainment there as well that way. So y'all know, ask us for the link if y'all ever want to get in. But just having a good time, just chilling. So yeah, I was just ready to go. And Premier League again, like I said, beginning of the show starts up next weekend as well. So it'll be not just you're not just missing your Dynamo and Dash. You get to go to your over the sea teams too as well. So, but no, that's the only excitement I got for next weekend. So I'm missing my Dash, I'm missing my Dynamo, but I've got my city starting up against Chelsea, man. Against Chelsea, what a start at Chelsea too. So gonna be exciting. But yeah, man, take us away, man. Take us out the proper way.
Yep. Yeah, guys. As always, thank you so much for tuning in, and stay noodle, y'all.
H's up.